Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Metal Magdalene with Jet right here on Metal Messiah Radio. Tonight, I am honored to have with me my guest, tonight's show's guest, Lars Johansson of the legendary Candlemass. Welcome to the show, Lars.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure for me.
Now, Lars, you've been with Candlemass for really most of the band's career. What were the early days of Candlemass like back in the late 80s?
Well, they were. If you can remember them, then you weren't there. But yes, of course, it was an amazing thing to be a Swedish metal band at the time, and I mean, band that played so heavy music in Sweden or Scandinavia didn't really reach out to the Swedish audience. So we got more famous in Germany and Holland and England and in Sweden, and when success started to come from there, all of a sudden we were accepted in our hometown.
And you, like I said, have been with the band for most of the career of them. Now, of course, you were on the Nightfall album, correct? That's the first one you played on?
Yeah, the second album.
Yep, the second album and the first one with you. Now, that one for me, I love. For me, it's a pivotal album because Bewitched is in there, and the video from Bewitched was just kind of cool. What does the metal scene in Sweden, what is it like now as compared back to then?
Well, the whole thing has changed. I mean, the music scene overall has changed. I mean, there's a lot of different styles coming through and all that, and that also reflects on how band sounds today. But Sweden and Scandinavia are blessed with a lot of good bands and good musicians, and that takes their thing really seriously. So, I mean, not just bands, there's producers and mixing guys and all that. And I think it's because of the cold winters, people get locked into the rehearsal rooms and they get really serious with what they're doing.
That could very well be it. And what was it like for you, back then, being, the first album that you're on with Candlemass? I mean, could you remember that whole feeling like, oh my God, I'm in this band and we actually have an album out?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a period of time when power metal and stuff like that was more the thing going, and I mean, for example, Swedish bands had fluffy hair and pinstripe pants and high heels and stuff that didn't really go so well with how the way I look and feel. So it was really nice when I met the guys. Actually, I met Messiah at Hard Rock Cafe, and he told me, well, you should come down to the studio. We're recording a really heavy album, and we need a good guitar player. And I said, well, I come down to the studio, and I was really surprised that the whole record was so heavy and intense. And I mean, that was before it was even mixed. And I felt really good playing that kind of style because, I mean, growing up with Black Sabbath and Mountain and stuff like that, it came closer to my heart than playing silly radio metal.
And it's like you said, you didn't have to have the fluffy hair or anything.
No, it wasn't necessary.
And throughout the years, especially with Candlemass, disbanded, new vocalists, and vocalists, of course, are a pivotal part of a band's sound. Has the lineup changes ever affected the dynamics of the band?
Not really, I think, because it's always been like the power has come from the fact that Leif has been writing all the music and lyrics, and it's been the same drummer, and me and Mappe, the other guitar player, we are building up heavy chords together. We take the same chord, but we take them in different places of the neck of the guitar, so it sounds like a really big guitar together when we do it together. And the whole thing becomes very heavy, and that has never changed, even though that Leif writes music that is not always slow. I mean, we have songs that are faster, and some riffs are not really slow, which is like a red line with all over the albums. You can hear we don't look so far. And then either way, we keep the style too. We don't change, you know.
Well, I was going to say too, I mean, even with different vocalists, the sound doesn't change, and the vocalists aren't that different than the usual vocalists that you have anyways. They might have a little different bit of a style or anything, but it keeps pretty true to the sound.
Yeah, I mean, to begin with, I mean, Messiah was really special with his Pavarotti style, with a very heavy vibrato in the beginning, but that was something that he sort of got hold of it when he got older and all that. So, but even though we changed vocalist, and then there was another guy, and the other guys always tried to fit in the music, because somewhere on the line they noticed that they knew what kind of style it was, and Leif has always been very, very keen on how it should sound, and you know, they kind of try to fit into the role.
And it seemed to have worked well, and I was going to say it didn't seem to hurt sales. I mean, looking at some of your stats, it's, 15 million albums worldwide since 2010. The greatest Swedish hard rock metal band of all time by the writers of Swedish Rock Magazine. What's your reactions to all this? I mean, that's quite a position to uphold there. Now you're Sweden's #1 metal band of all time.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons, is because we haven't changed the style in any kind of way, and live we always try to do our very best, and I mean, those 15 million records, I don't know, I haven't seen anything on my bank account that would show that, but if you say so.
That's what I read.
That's what you read, yeah.
Can't believe everything you read. Now, the band's debut album, Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus, was released some 30 years ago. Long time ago, Lars.
Yeah, I know.
I was going to say, a lot of my listeners not even born yet, but still, you guys been around a long time. And to celebrate this special anniversary, you guys are putting out an EP called Death Thy Lover with your new singer, Mats Levin. Tell us a little bit about Mats and how he's fitting in with the band.
Well, he's been a long time friend to all of the guys in the band, and he also was in an earlier project that Leif had called Crux. So, I mean, he was really, he knew what it was all about. And, I mean, he sings a lot of different other things with the other musicians as well. So he's a very good professional guy that has a good style live, and when he works and records, he's very professional. I mean, if you do something and we say, "Oh, could you change that?" Oh, no problem. And then he just do it without any hesitation or anything. I mean, he can change from so many different styles. So therefore, it's good to have him in the band, since we can do now songs from all the way down from Epicus, Doomicus, Metallicus, all through all the albums, as to Sounds from the Dead, and now we will do some songs from the little EP as well later on when it's out.
And it's going to be out soon, next month. And tell us a little bit about the cover art too, because when I was looking at it, it's very, retro. Still looks kind of, like the old artwork that you guys usually go with. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a friend of Leif that is an artist, and kind of rigged up a newer version of the skull that has been twisting his neck 15 degrees or something, with some extra horns and birds, and I don't know, but he looks really evil.
He does, and it looks really cool. Now, what kind of touring are you guys going to be doing in support of the album? Or the EP, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, we are not really doing any tours. We just came back from a short tour in South America, and we will do festivals during the summer and the autumn now, like Psycho Las Vegas, Loud Park in Tokyo, and a lot of different other festivals in Germany, and England and Poland and, well, I don't know, Canada.
So you're going to be doing quite a bit. I mean, have you played some of the new stuff out already?
No. We're waiting until the album is out so that people can get used to the new songs. I mean, it's good to just maybe put in one song and check out the reactions to the audience. I mean, they already know the old songs.
Right.
So it would be stupid to just start up the show and play 3 songs from the EP and everybody's looking at you like a fool.
Who the hell is this?
Yeah, we haven't heard these songs yet. So
Well,
we wanted to get like mature a little bit.
what have some of early reactions been to people that have heard the new album EP?
Well, they like it really much, and I think they were longing for it in a way, because when we released Psalms from the Dead, we said that would be the last studio recording we will do, because we felt that that was a good album. And I mean, if you do a good album, you have to do a better one the next time. Mm-hmm. It's always like that. They call the Michael Jackson complex. But then in the end, I think Leif was thinking that we should do something to celebrate the anniversary, and also that the reactions from the live gigs has been so much better now with Mats on vocals, that we want to put out something with him as well, so that it's more solid like that, you know.
And it sounds really good, and I was happy to hear it too. I mean, whenever we get something with somebody new, and we're so used to, it's Candlemass, and oh no, they got another new series. It was not a bad experience. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised, and I can't really believe how well Mats fits in with the band. It's like he's been there the whole time.
Yeah, well, I mean, he goes into his style fits perfectly, and he has no problem to fill in the shoes from the other vocalists.
Not at all. So, okay, Lars, so where are some of the sites that people can go to just to keep up with, what's going on with the band, what tours and all that kind of thing?
Well, all the information that is needed to see or read about is, of course, on the Facebook site.
Yeah, there you go.
Like
yeah,
everybody else, we have candlemass.se, but I mean, it's just that we have old pictures and stuff, and in the end, people are so tired of watching something longer than 20 seconds, so they just go into the Facebook site anyway.
This is very true. Okay, Lars, well, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show tonight and tell us, all about the new EP, Death Thy Lover, and, best of luck and success on everything you guys got going on with the EP and your tours.
Thank you so much.